Bro, they were so close. WWE, you were so close. I was so close to saying this was actually a really good show, and then the doll had to show up. Y'all had to get the doll involved. Like, a doll. The doll. A doll. The doll. The doll. I'm just gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna do the intro. Look, man, follow me on Twitter, like, comment, subscribe, all that, man. Listen. Like I said in the intro, man, Raw, it actually kind of started off decent. Like, it was actually a decent show. I was actually ready to like praise it and say, all right, it's not as bad as it has been in the past few weeks. And then they get to the main event segment, which, bro, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, you have a segment between Shayna Baszler and Alexa Bliss that started from last week, which didn't make sense last week either, because you have Shayna Baszler show up in the playhouse, Alexa's playhouse, saying that the Lilly doll is stupid, and then they have issues, and then they're gonna have a discussion next week, which was this week. My whole thing with that was, well, you're like 2 feet away from Alexa Bliss. Just hash out whatever problems you have right then and there, you know. But nah, they had to wait a whole entire week. We get to this week, and the main event segment is again Alexa's playground, and you see Alexa saying that the playground or whatever it's called is for friendship, except for Shayna Baszler isn't a friend. She said mean things about Lilly. She hurt Lilly's feelings or whatever. And then you have Shayna Baszler come out. She's kicking over the little water horse, and then she picks up the Lilly doll and says, "I'm sorry, you're just such a stupid doll," and then stops it. And then all the lights start flickering out, and then it just goes from Monday Night Raw into Monday Night Raw Massacre, a Saw movie. I don't know what this was. It was like they tried to do a horror movie, but they didn't do a good job at all. Like, you had something decent. This was a decent show. Like, you had a decent show tonight. Why, oh why would you do this? And I understand that there's people who actually like the Alexa Bliss storyline. They like the supernatural stuff, and hey, that's cool. But I'm not feeling it. I'm not, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm not digging this. This doesn't make sense. I guess they're trying to go for a Randy Orton Fiend storyline, but with the women's division, with Alexa and Shayna. But it just doesn't work. This doesn't make sense. I'm confused. And that's how you ended the show. The show was decent. You had it. You actually had a decent show. There wasn't any rematches. It started off decent. The opening segment was actually entertaining somewhat. Like, it was setting up the tag team battle royal to see who would face AJ Styles and Amos first. You had all the teams in the ring talking, and then you have AJ Styles and Amos on the stage just talking, and then Morrison and The Miz come out, and The Miz is in a wheelchair because he's injured, right? He tore his ACL, so he's injured, but I guess he's still involved with the show. Like, he still wants to be a factor or whatever, which is fine, you know. He's injured, but, you know, that's cool. But this was the part that actually had me rolling, because they announced that Morrison would be in the tag team battle royal as a representative of Miz and Morrison. So they go to do their entrance, right? And I knew Miz messed up because I work in healthcare and I work with people in wheelchairs. And the main thing I always tell them is make sure you lock your wheelchair. Miz did not lock his wheelchair. So when they go to do the slow-mo entrance, Morrison does the slow-mo part. But then you have the Miz just rolling down the ramp, just screaming, carrying on. And it's like, you should unlock that wheelchair. That's what you get. But that was actually entertaining. Like, I actually laughed so hard that I was crying. That's how funny it was to me. And I'm like, all right, so this is something different. And then you have the tag team battle royal, and then the Viking Raiders won. Okay, so I guess it's gonna be AJ Styles and Amos going up against the Viking Raiders at Hell in a Cell, maybe, which is fine. It's something different. It's not the same old, which that's cool. That's cool. All right, it starts off with something different. Of course, there's a segments throughout the show that I don't care about, like the whole feud with Elias and Jackson Riker, who cut his hair and now he looks like a great value Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona or whatever. I don't care about this because I don't care about Jackson Riker. I mean, Elias is cool, but why would you have Jackson Riker be the face and Elias be the heel? I understand that Elias gets better heel heat, but Jackson Riker is not viable. I don't believe him as a face. I have no reason to cheer for this dude. Exactly what is his character? What is his meaning? What is his purpose? So I don't care about that. Also, you had a match between Mansoor and what's that boy's name? The dude with the PowerPoint presentation. Anyway, Mansoor won, but I don't care because I don't care about Mansoor, and I clearly don't care about Drew Gulak. That's his name, Drew Gulak. I clearly don't care about him because I can't remember his name, right? So you have that. Other than that, everything else was cool. A while Jeff Hardy appeared, and he had a match against Cedric Alexander. And it kind of looked like they're leaning towards Cedric Alexander being kind of like the new Legend Killer, but he lost to Jeff Hardy, which on the one hand is cool because Jeff Hardy won, but on the other hand, you just have Cedric Alexander lose, who is, I don't know. So I guess they'll, in typical Raw fashion, they'll fight again next week and Cedric Alexander will win. So I don't know, but it was good to see Jeff Hardy on Raw again. Cedric Alexander, he's entertaining, so he's cool. Okay, so WWE, y'all, I know y'all watch my channel. I know y'all do. It's okay. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to WWE. But if you're under the sound of my voice listening to me, WWE, listen. The whole unlikely tag team thing with the divas that you constantly do, just stop. Just stop, because y'all do it to death. Y'all did it for WrestleMania. You did it. Y'all continue to do it. The whole, can they coexist? The unlikely tag team. They don't like each other, but can they rally together? Can they coexist to work together? No, you know they can't. you know that this isn't gonna work. So you have that plus a thrown together tag team, which I guess they're gonna, Asuka and Nikki Cross, they're gonna replace Lana and Naomi as a thrown together tag team, and they work together because friendship. I don't freaking know, but you have them thrown together. You have the tag team that doesn't like each other. Can they coexist? And it's just all these tropes that you keep doing over and over again, and it's a storyline I don't care about. And then you have Nikki Cross pin your women's champion, so you might as well just throw her in the mix. You might as well just make it a triple threat match between Nikki Cross, Charlotte, and Rhea Ripley. I mean, you might as well. Why not? Because the past 2 weeks you had Nikki Cross win the beat the clock challenge. You have Nikki Cross beat Rhea Ripley this week. So why not? Just go for it. Matter of fact, throw Asuka in the mix too. She's not doing anything. Just make it a fatal four-way. Just have everyone involved, because who cares? Who cares? Like, who honestly cares? I don't care. And I'm like, Asuka, Nikki Cross, I mean, whatever. Her theme music doesn't match her character, whatever her character is. And then you have Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. I don't know if Rhea's a face or a heel, Charlotte's a heel, and I don't care for either one of them, so who cares? Honestly, I really don't care. Another trope that WWE does to death is the contract signing. Now, to be fair, we haven't seen a contract signing in a while, but that is a signature not even a WWE, but it's a wrestling thing in general, the contract signing. So you have Dean Ambrose. You have Drew McIntyre come out, and he's telling a story, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And then you have MVP Bobby Lashley, and what Drew McIntyre called the Lashley train. The Lashley train, because he always has a bunch of women, and oh my god, the women, oh my god, they look so good. It was a group of beautiful women. They were all fine this week. It wasn't like some of them were fine and some of them weren't. They all were fine. So you have that, and then you have a contract signing between the two. And now they set up a match. They set up the match between them at Hell in a Cell, and it's kind of like they figured, and it really seems to me that WWE went, oh wait, it's a Hell in a Cell theme pay-per-view. We need to have at least one Hell in a Cell match, so they make it the match between Lashley and McIntyre a Hell in a Cell match. It's kind of like they forgot that you need to have a Hell in a Cell match at your Hell in a Cell theme show. I guess that's what it seemed like to me. And the added stipulation is if Lashley beats Drew, Drew can never ever face him for the WWE Championship again. And on the one hand, you think, okay, it will be good to see Lashley win and have him go up against somebody different. But on the other hand, it's like, okay, Drew's most likely gonna win. And I like Drew, but no. No. Have Lashley win. Have him retain the championship. Have him face somebody else. We need him to face somebody else. Anybody else. Anybody you can find. Just anybody. Anybody that's not Drew McIntyre. Please. Anybody. So yeah. So, and then you have on top of this, you had a backstage segment between MVP and Kofi. And I don't know where this is going, but I kind of like it. I'm kind of intrigued to see where this goes, because it kind of looks like maybe kind of sort of a heel turn possibly for Kofi, because MVP was saying a whole bunch of stuff like, dude, Kofi Mania was awesome because you had a champion that you could relate to, and you kind of knew what he was alluding to when he said you kind of knew. So MVP also told Kofi that Kofi Mania ended because Kofi allowed it to, right? It wasn't just the fact that Brock Lesnar beat him in like 3 seconds. It was because what did you do after the fact? How did you go after Brock? Did you try to go after Brock? Did you try to get you a rematch? You allowed Kofi Mania to end, like something that people were really looking forward to. People were really excited about, myself included. Like, and I agree wholeheartedly with MVP, because I too saw Kofi, and I saw someone that I could relate to. And again, you kind of understand where I'm coming from. I don't really need to say it, but you know. So the fact that Kofi Mania did die, alright, so now you have something kind of interesting between Kofi and MVP, possibly. Who knows where this goes? But this also led to a match between Kofi and Riddle, and they had a really good match. They wrestled a good match together. The New Day came out together. Riddle came out by himself, and before the match, Riddle and Randy had a segment, and I don't even know. Riddle was talking about Burger King, so that's how you know this dude does hardcore drugs, because who likes Burger King is trash. Burger King is trash. I said it. Fight me, I don't care. Burger King is trash. Riddle likes Burger King, so I know he's got to be on something, you know. But anyway, Riddle and Kofi actually have a good match. Randy comes out and he kind of evens up the odds. And there was one point towards the end of the match, Riddle hit the draping DDT like Randy does. And it was, oh, vintage Randy, but it's Riddle. So you hear Randy on the outside, all right, you got him, right, we're going to finish him off. And then Riddle tries to go for the RKO again. And Randy's like, no, don't do that. Like, you see in his face, like, no, stop. And Kofi won with the, Kofi ended up winning because Riddle took too much time trying to hit the RKO, trying to impress Randy. So who knows where this is going. I mean, I don't see them breaking up anytime soon because they got t-shirts now. So yeah, but like I said, man, Monday Night Raw was actually pretty decent. It was actually kind of entertaining. I wasn't really all that bored. Of course, it had the segments I didn't care about, but for the most part, I was really entertained. But it got to the point at the end of the show where it's like it just went off the rails with this whole Lily Doll and Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. Like, I don't know where this is going, and honestly, I don't care. I really don't care. Like, what's the point? Is this gonna lead to? I'm assuming this is gonna lead to Shayna versus Alexa, but then again, who cares? Because obviously Alexa's gonna win, and then you're gonna make Shayna look bad even more. Like, when Shayna first showed up on the main roster, She was pretty much slated to be like a badass. When she was in NXT, she was a badass. She shows up on the main roster, she goes through everybody in the Elimination Chamber, and then they don't know what to do with her after that. And they have her in a tag team with Nia Jax. And I mean, for what it was alright, but now you have not Shayna in this program with Alexa Bliss, and honestly, who cares? What's the point? Like, honestly, like, who cares? I don't. If you like it, that's fine. It's just not for me. I guess that's the best way to put it. That this wasn't for me, but other than that, Raw was actually pretty decent. And I was ready to come on and rant and rave even more. I mean, besides the whole Alexa thing, everything else was pretty decent. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows where this is gonna go? Yeah. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think? Are you feeling this whole Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler thing? Are you not? Let me know in the comment section. What did you think about Raw? Did you actually like it? Were you entertained? Did you just think it was crap? What did you guys think? Let me know. Leave me a like. Leave me some comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Ring the notification bell. Yeah, so that's it, man. That's all I got. Yeah. That's all I got for you guys, man. I don't know. Happy thoughts. I don't know. Positive vibes. Drink water. Peace.